So in the Campaigns Conversion Tracking tab, you can create goals to track the performance of your campaigns. These conversion goals let you track your customers' progress through your site, for example, reaching a landing page, sign up or sale. And once you create a conversion tracking goal, you can then select from two ways of using it: Conversion Tracking API S2S or Pixel Tracking. So in this video, we'll go step by step through the process of creating both types of conversion tracking. So step 1 is creating a conversion tracking goal. So to do this, we click New Conversion Goal. We'll give it a name. So next you set the order number. This sets which goal this corresponds to. So for example, if you set the order number as 2, this conversion goal will correspond to goal G2 when you're viewing goals on the statistics page. So as you create goals and set their order, more will be created in the system to correspond to them. So if you create 4 goals and order them 1 to 4, there will be 4 goals G1 to G4. When in the statistics page, there will also be an eCPA, effective cost per acquisition, for each of these goals, which you can choose to show in the goals section of the table data. Step 3, set the cost of acquisition. The cost of acquisition is the maximum amount you can afford to pay for a conversion of that goal. So for example, if your goal represents a completed sign-up, you would calculate how much money you make on average from a signed-up user, depending on how long they stay signed up, their membership fee, and so on. From this, you know the maximum amount you would be willing to spend to get a user to sign up. If you enter this figure into the cost of acquisition field, you can use it to keep track of how much you are spending on conversions of this goal. So when you view the Statistics tab, you will see your goals and their associated eCPA in the table data. So once you've set up this cost of acquisition, the eCPA will appear in 3 different colors. Green, that means you have an ROI of 100% or more. Your return on investment is positive and you're paying less for each conversion than your COA. Orange, you have an ROI of 50% to 99%. Your return on investment is okay. Check the detailed statistics of your campaign to improve some sources of traffic. Red, you have an ROI of 1% to 49%. Your return on investment is negative and you're paying more for each conversion than you can afford, more than your COA. Check the sources of traffic and your campaign setup for errors. So step 4 is creating the goal. So once you've set the name, order and cost of acquisition, click Create. Now we select which conversion tracking method we wish to use. So we can choose from Conversion Tracking API S2S or Pixel Tracking. So let's choose Conversion Tracking API S2S. So when you're setting up a campaign, you add a conversion tracking token to the landing page in step 2 ads of creating a campaign. When a customer clicks on your ad, we'll populate this conversion tracking token with a unique ID. You'll need to store this ID for reference when calling the Conversion Tracking API later and when you're triggering a conversion. Once the customer reaches a conversion goal on your site, you can perform a GET call to this URL. Note, you will need to replace the conversion tracking in the URL below with the token you received before. If you select Pixel Tracking from the Select Conversion Tracking Method dropdown, the Pixel Tracking script will appear in the box below. Simply copy this script so you can paste it onto the relevant pages of your site. Using Dynamic CPA. If enabled, you can use the pricing model Dynamic CPA. This allows you to define the CPA price for a campaign on demand. In order for this to work, you will need to add 2 things to the URL: the secret key that is provided in the admin panel and the CPA value that you wish to set.